The buzzing lesson. It was a sunny morning at modern school. 25 excited children climbed onto a big yellow school bus for their class picnic. Their teacher, Miss Ananya, stood by the door with a clipboard to count everyone. Vihan sat by the window, waving at the parents. "I am going to eat so many mangoes today," he shouted happily. After a bouncy ride, the bus reached a beautiful mango orchard. Tall trees with thick green leaves stood in long rows. The air smelled sweet, like ripe fruit. Ishani and Kabir were the first to jump out. They looked at the heavy branches hanging low. Ms. Ananya reminded them, "Stay together, children, and be kind to the trees." Soon, the orchard was full of laughter. While some children played handball near the clearing, others took out their badminton rackets. Vihan and Kabir started a lively match. The thwack of the shuttlecock echoed through the trees. Everyone was having a wonderful time playing under the shade of the giant mango trees. While looking for a lost ball, Vihan and Ishani spotted something hanging from a low branch. It was a large brown beehive. "Look at that," Vihan whispered mischievously. He picked up a long fallen branch. Ishani stood close, curious to see what would happen. They didn't know the bees inside were busy working. Kabir ran over to see the fun. "Let me try too," he said, grabbing the end of the stick. Together, the three mischievous children poked at the hive. Suddenly, the quiet hum turned into a loud, angry buzz. A dark cloud of honeybees swarmed out of the hive. The children realized their mistake and started to run as fast as they could. The bees were very fast. "Ouch! Something bit me," Vihan cried, clutching his arm. Kabir also shouted in pain as a bee stung his hand. They finally reached the rest of the group, panting and crying. The other children were scared. "The bees are mean. Let's kill them," someone shouted. Miss Ananya quickly moved the children to a safe area. She stayed very calm. She washed the stings on Vihan and Kabir's skin with cool water. Then, she took some clean, damp mud from the ground and gently pressed it onto the bites. "This will help the pain go away," she said softly. Vihan sniffled, but the cool mud felt better. The next day in class, Ms. Ananya stood at the blackboard. "Children, bees are not our enemies," she explained. She told them about the queen bee, who is the mother of all bees. She is the leader. Then there are worker bees who do all the chores, like cleaning and guarding. Madhu raised her hand, amazed by how they worked. Ms. Ananya explained how bees fly from flower to flower to collect sweet nectar. They turn this nectar into honey and store it in their hives. While doing this, they move pollen from flower to flower. This pollination is why we have delicious mangoes. Kabir listened closely, finally understanding why the orchard was so full of fruit. "Honey is very special," Ms. Ananya continued. "It is a healthy food, and it is also used as a medicine for sore throats and wounds." Madhu and Ishani whispered to each other about the honey they had at home. They realized that the bees were working hard to make something useful for everyone. "Bees are very organized," the teacher said. "They never fight and always work as a perfect team. We should learn to be organized and helpful like them." Vihan and Kabir looked at each other. They felt sorry for disturbing the bees' home when the bees were just trying to do their jobs. As the school day ended, the children promised to respect all creatures. Vihan went to Ms. Ananya and said, "I will never disturb a hive again, teacher." The class learned that every tiny being has a purpose. They left school knowing that nature is a balance that we must protect.